Good afternoon, I'm Matt Andy Sorf from ICS, and I'm going to talk about lightweight camping for the next quarter of an hour, hopefully. So here we go, my little picture. Lightweight camping, a light-hearted overview. The objective of the talk is going to be to stimulate some thought and interest and widen the awareness to modern camping methods and dispel some of the old-fashioned ideas that might exist at the moment. So I don't know if a lot of you have been camping before when you were younger, and maybe that's all you've ever done. But actually there's quite a lot to it, and hopefully we'll go into some of that. So the point I'd like to make about lightweight camping is the mobility it offers, and it can actually, the comfort that you can go in. You might associate with lightweight not taking much stuff and roughing it, but it can actually be quite a comfortable thing to do as well. So I'd like to try and point those things out. Okay. And we'll explore the subject by asking a few questions on one of the slides that I haven't presented. When, where, how, who, why, those sort of things. Okay. When you can do it, you can actually do it all year round. You can do it in the winter or the summer. You just have to, so it's an all year round sport. It doesn't just have to be during the summer holidays. But obviously you have to be prepared for when you're going to go. If you're going in the winter, you expect it to be wet and windy. It can be just as much fun. And if you're going in the summer, obviously you've got to be prepared for the heat. That is actually quite important, and I'll come on to some of the things to consider later on. So that's the when. So you can do it all year round. Why would you want to go lightweight camping when maybe you can take a caravan or a big tent with you or something? But it offers quite a lot of things. It offers you freedom and independence. You can go where you want to when you want to. It can provide total solitude. You can get away from everything and everyone if you want to, or you can go with companions and have fun with people. You can go sightseeing, and you can be close to nature. You can be really out there with nature, if that's your thing.
You don't go on a campsite then?
No,
you just go where you want.
That's it. You can go where you want to. This is what lightweight camping is all about. So it's fun. You have to ask permission to camp in places that aren't approved campsites. It's really your own independence. You can develop new skills about looking after yourself, and you're out there with the elements. There's no building around you to protect you. And while you might get away overnight in the summer doing that anyway, but if you're doing it all year round, it's a sense of achievement to be actually out there surviving, which is what it can be. So it can teach you new skills and test yourself, and you can develop those skills to make sure you get it right. So it can be a whole little hobby in itself, or you can combine it with other hobbies that you might have, like bird watching or travel or whatever. And of course it's quite a cheap thing to do as well. Okay, so that's why. Where do you go? Well, another little picture. There's, this is emphasising the thing about your mobility. You can literally go anywhere. You can go by canoes, in rivers, up mountains, in forests, or even just in a field. You don't have to take a car. You can walk there and go there anywhere you want to. And it can be at home or abroad. It can be international travel. And I'd just quickly like to go through, everyone, to try and come up with a way of travelling. I've got some ideas if you get stuck. Where's my pen? I put that earlier. I'll just get it. Okay, so if we can start over here and just go through listing ways that you can go lightweight camping. I'll start you off. I'll say by bicycle. Okay. Right.
Car.
No, lightweight camping. So it's not really, you can't take your car everywhere, can you? Just like to stimulate some thought. Another one? Walk. Foot. Exactly. Good. Yeah, walking. Okay. Steph?
I guess you could hop.
Not really what I had in mind.
Train.
Train, yeah, that's good. It's on my list. Lisa?
Horse.
Yeah.
Cool horse. You can ride it.
Okay. Canoe? Yeah. It's on the board. Got a thought going into this. Alan? So you can think your head, so when I get to you, you can just tell me if you like. Okay, what about motorbike? Any others?
Skiing.
Skiing.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, or ballooning or whatever. That's what we haven't got. We can actually go by plane, bus, train, but
But
train.
you can't go by car. How come you can
Go by plane and public.
Yeah, because you take the stuff with you.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a lightweight. Whereas a car is not
Yeah.
lightweight and has to go with you.
Oh, right.
That's the emphasis on
So
lightweight.
you can hitch?
It's more like travel, hitchhiking, yeah. I'll put it out. I don't actually recommend it. I haven't done it, but I've spoken to people who've been hitching and they've had fun doing it. But you know, it's up to you to make a decision whether to go hitching or not. So yeah, there's a lot of ways of going actually, really. And you look at it. So you can go to inaccessible areas, and you can really go quite cheaply, and you can go by any combination of any method to go anywhere you want to. So it's quite a good thing. Okay, that's where. How? So I should be sliding down a little thing and should say how, man. Right, you can go with a companion, that can be your dog, or you can go with several other like-minded people. The important thing is you want to do it in a lightweight manner, and you want to do it safely. It means taking the correct equipment. It's important. But another thing I think is important is you can actually do it in comfort. It's not roughing it. You really enjoy it and do it in comfort. Modern technology and equipment available these days means you can actually go out there, enjoy it, stay warm, eat properly, sleep comfortably, and enjoy it, and carry all that stuff on your back or your bike or your horse or whatever. So there's a lot of equipment out there that allows you to do that. Let's have a look at some of that. Like this OHP. Okay. So modern camping equipment or methodology. There's a new product there called Gore-Tex, and it's a material that allows your skin to breathe or pass fluids out, so it doesn't trap your sweat. But it's made of a porous type material, so it don't actually let water in. So it's an excellent thing. You can walk comfortably, and then make all sorts of things out of it. You can raincoats and leggings and everything. So you can stay nice and dry and be comfortable without the sweat that some of the earlier stuff made you do. And footwear has improved tremendously now as well. You can proper boots that fit and don't need breaking in and made of all new materials, so you can just buy the suitable ones for the jobs that you're going to do. There's a whole selection out there. Hollow fill trademark is another important new technology. It's a closed cell sort of material for sleeping bags, so that it's an insulation, but if it gets wet, it just doesn't get wet. The Gore-Tex covered sleeping, it's all quite expensive, some of this stuff, but I guess you can rent it or whatever. But hollow fill is a really good thing to have sleeping bags made out. It's lightweight, it compresses well, it doesn't retain the water, and it keeps you warm. Manufacturing techniques for the tents now, they're not big, heavy, bulky items that they used to be that you'd have to carry around. They're lightweight, they're assembled in a couple of minutes, and they stay up in hurricanes and all sorts of things. Dehydrated foods. You can buy various packets of foods that you just need to add water to, and you can have a whole variety of meals, or you can stick to the basic bangers and beans, whatever takes your fancy. But the thing is, you're not forced to that. You can take these packets of dehydrated foods with you to enjoy. A carry mat, like, again, is a closed cell mat that you can sleep on. So the floor is actually comfortable. It rolls up very small. It's very light to take with you. It's a good insulation, so you can actually, if they advertise it, you can sleep on top of an iceberg and not feel the cold underneath, and that's an important aspect as well. So it's well worth investing in one of those. And you can get lightweight insulated materials. Example, I had a cup which has got a double wall on it, so it keeps your drink warm and it's light. But you can drink outside and your drink still stays warm. And you can get aluminium utensils that are really light as well. One of my friends actually went to the extreme of drilling holes in his teaspoon to keep the weight down. I think that's a bit excessive. And there's flame-proof matches and other things as well. So the matches are like the candles. You blow them out and they just light up again. So it's there's a lot to it. It's not just it's 50p. That. It's not as much hassle as you may think. Just come quickly on to some of those. For example, the cookers. You can see that. There's a lot of choice of equipment. There's a petrol stove as well. I didn't include that because I think it's a bit dangerous. You can decide you weigh out the benefits of each depending on what you want to do. The gas stove is quite a nice, clean method of cooking. You can liken it to when you're at home, so you might like that. But if you wanted to go winter camping, it's not much use when the temperature goes down below 2 degrees because it just doesn't mix the gas properly. So you might prefer a prime stone than a paraffin one. But then again, that's a bit messy if you're just going out in the summer, so the gas would be better for that occasion. Solid fuel is nice and a small thing that's easy to carry, but it's a bit, it blackens your pots and things, so you might not like to use one of those. So you have to decide how you want to do it. But the whole learning experience of what to take with you can go at weekends, taking bits of kit, getting it wrong, and doing it again the following weekend. You'll eventually start getting it right. It was a good little sport to sort of take on with all these new things. Okay. So, if I just quickly summarise again. Is this on? So in summary, I think camping is an excellent sport. You start off with some basic equipment that you borrowed from the kitchen, take it with you at weekends, and just locally, and you can progress the whole idea and develop your skills. So that when you combine it with the modern equipment that's available and some careful thought, you can literally see the world that would otherwise be unavailable to you quite cheaply. So in summary, I'll just say, try it. I'll take any questions.
I'm intrigued about these spoons. Did you mean you actually drill holes in the handle, or the actual...
Actually in the handle. Yeah.
Oh, right. I didn't know.
That's just a pushing point, really, I think.
What about toilet facilities?
It's easier for me. Well, you can, if you can plan your use of the toilet with your trips, because you obviously need to collect water and things like that as well. So we're not talking about getting away from civilization forever, but you can just sort of nip into the town first thing, do your main toilet use or whatever, and get your water, and then disappear for the day and come back again. You can actually start digging trenches and burying your waste that way if you so wish. But the point I'm making is that going from one extreme, so from towing a caravan beyond a big car with all your camping equipment, you can actually just take a minimum amount of things and it'll give you a lot of freedom to do what you want to.
I was told, I don't know whether you do anything lightweight camping, I'd be interested to find out. I was told by Royal Marine once that in their lightweight camping kits they always carry a pack of condoms because one condom will hold 5 gallons of water.
That's incredible. That's actually, yeah, and I think you're right. In a first aid, in a survival kit, I think that's quite useful. It's not necessarily part of your normal camping equipment.
Where's the furthest you've been? Have you been?
In New Forest, I think. No, I've cycled toured down to Cornwall a couple of times, down to Land's End, back again. That's about it. When I was a lot younger. But it's good subject to talk
I
about.
can vouch for your carry mats then on an iceberg. They do work.
They do, yeah.
I've slept on ice
Thanks.
using carry mats.
That's a good point.
Andy, I just wanted to ask about the stove. You talked about them in this video, but what's the best one to invest in for all year round?
Yeah, well, I've actually got a paraffin stove, and I think that's a good all-rounder. I mean, depending on how you want to use it, will depend on which one you want. If you're going to specialise in something, and then say specialise in summer camping, and you want a nice clean stove, then the gas one would be the best one to buy. But if you want an all-rounder, I'd definitely recommend the paraffin one. Okay, that's it. Well, disappear.
Thank you, Andy.
Thank you, Eddie.